You could not make up today's story. Let's talk about crypto and NFTs. They were at the height of their popularity towards the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022. Here we see frickin' Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton promoting this stuff. Then a lot of the celebrities who promoted NFTs began to get sued because a lot of people felt, misled. And then situations where certain celebrities tried to make shows off of their NFTs, but then like Seth Green's Bored Ape got stolen, so he couldn't make a show, and then he had to pay some ransom basically to get it back. Beyond that, we got situations where certain voice actors like Tara Strong and Troy Baker were sort of getting into NFTs. Troy Baker eventually backed out, but that did not leave a particularly good image because by that point, people kind of realized what a grift NFTs were. And also they're not environmentally friendly. And then we look at situations where, Justin Bieber purchased a Bored Ape NFT in January 2022 for $1.31 million, and that value has dropped to $60,000. This was something that was widely reported on. Here is a CNBC article on it. And this is kind of the general trend. There's been this huge crash. Here is the first ever tweet NFT that sold for $2.9 million in 2021. And then the most recent bid as of October of 2022 was $132. And then beyond that, you've got your crypto and NFT scams like Logan Paul, who made this whole game around NFTs that basically centered around breeding animals and stuff like that. And that not only did not go well, but it straight up was a scam. And Logan Paul still has yet to issue restitution to the victims affected. And looking at where NFTs stand now, the consensus based on recent research and studies is that NFTs are dead. And I mean, this is one particular website that I talked about that kind of really broke it down. The essence of it is that 95% of NFTs are estimated to be literally worthless, with pieces from top collections mostly worth $5 to $10. Roughly 25 million people are sat on dead assets thanks to celebrity endorsements. The speculative bubble has popped, is how Ryan T. Brown here summarized it. And despite all of the red flags surrounding crypto and NFTs, game companies have tried to shove these in our games, but fortunately the pushback has been harsh enough that companies so far, or at the present moment, seem to be steering clear from that stuff and are realizing that this is not going to be their next big gold mine like it was with microtransactions. But none of this will benefit gaming as companies claim they will. For them, it's all about the dollar signs that they see, the potential profits that they could accrue to please investors, not about making gaming better. Now, not only will NFTs potentially do permanent financial damage, but they may potentially do permanent physical damage if you attend some of their events, as Bored Ape recently hosted an event where they burned off people's skins and eyeballs with UV lights. I wish I were making this up, but this is a real story. So right here we have a tweet from November 5th, 2023 from an NFT bro who tweeted, "Anybody else's eyes burned from last night? Woke up at 3 a.m. with extreme pain and ended up in the ER. I saw a couple of reports, but just trying to figure out if there was a common thread." Last night, referring to Ape Fest 2023, a convention essentially that centered around Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs. People attended the event, and there were no safety precautions surrounding some of its light effects, which were UV, and a lot of people were afflicted by this. Here's somebody responding to that tweet who experienced something similar. "I promise it was really bad, so I had to go to the hospital. After they cleaned my eyes and gave me medicine, I'm feeling a little better now." And for the original poster, apparently blurry vision persisted. Doc says to pop into the hospital tomorrow if any blurry vision still persists. And congrats on the new ape, please protect it well. Somehow they still have a positive attitude about all of this despite potential permanent damage to their vision. Here's another response from Crypto June. "I woke up at 4 and couldn't see anymore. Had so much pain and my whole skin is burned. Needed to go to the hospital. The doctor told me the UV of the lighting of the stage did it. It has the same effect as sunlight, UV light. Still cannot see normally." Here's a better breakdown from news outlet The Verge, who published the following article titled "Bored Ape NFT Event Attendees Report Severe eye burn caused by unprotected exposure to UV lights during ApeFest 2023. Several people reported experiencing eye pain, vision problems, and sunburned skin on Sunday after attending ApeFest, and there are a bunch of tweets that have been archived speaking to that effect. Here is Yuga Labs' response, Yuga Labs being the company behind Bored Ape Yacht Club. Spokesperson Emily Kidd said this in a statement to The Verge: "We are actively reaching out and in touch with those affected to better understand the root cause." There's no better understanding the cause. It's UV lights. This is, pretty basic stuff. Based on our estimates, the 15 people we have been in direct communication with so far represent less than 1% of the approximately 2,250 event attendees and staff at our Saturday night event. I love that their way of doing damage control is by bringing out a percentage. Well, it was less than 1%, so trust us, the damage wasn't that bad, but it potentially could have been. There shouldn't be a single person who should have been afflicted with the possibility of loss of vision. And not to mention, this is 15 people that they know of. There might be more. Regardless, it's still enough people afflicted by this that the attendees were in a dangerous situation where their skin could have been damaged and their eyes could have been potentially permanently crippled. Some people do seem to be recovering, but others seem to be experiencing vision difficulties even, after seeking some treatment. So who knows how this will pan out. Even if one person has permanent vision damage from your event, that's a huge deal. That's potentially somebody's life you might have upended. Saying that it was less than 1%, it was only 15 people, is entirely dismissing 15 people who might have potentially been or were actually severely injured. Now here's another crypto bro, Adrian, who tweeted about this whole situation, who kind of broke things down by tweeting, posting that in hope that my friends suffering the same issue realize they need medical attention ASAP. This is someone who also was afflicted with vision problems following the UV light situation at this event. But for some reason, this individual still thanks Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club for a great ApeFest, incredible event, and met plenty of amazing people. Still, as dozens of others, I've almost lost sight this night. How can you be still kissing the ring of this company who were so neglectful as to put people in peril in this way? I'm being taken care of by doctors now and have only good intentions writing this post. To all my friends who suffer now, go get your eyes checked. You've likely, most literally, got your eyes burnt with UV like I did, which requires medications, eye drops, eye protection, antibiotics, and specialist care. Don't ignore this health hazard. Without a proper treatment, it may cause long-lasting vision impairment and other serious damage. To the organizers, for the communication and awareness reasons, it would be fair to put together an official statement with recommendations on what to do. How is this guy not outraged? How is he being so polite about this when attendees have every right to be outraged by the potential dangers that they were exposed to, and for some, the dangers that they were exposed to that did leave scars? As dozens of people you care about were exposed to serious health hazards and lots of suffering, you're a good guy, so it should be easy for you to recognize the seriousness of it. I don't know, man, that feels like a very slap in the wrist way of saying things when this feels like it warrants a full investigation. And then here's an update from Adrian, who tweeted, so far 30 hours since woke up with severe eye burn. I've visited emergency hospital and eye clinic and spent there a total of 6 hours. Got diagnosed with photokeratitis over both eyes, accident related, with prescribed steroid eye drops and eye lubricants. My vision was tested as close to perfect with no serious cornea damage, luckily. Now, this individual lucked out, but there might be others who weren't so lucky, who might have suffered permanent damage, or who might not know why their eyes are burning all of a sudden and might not seek treatment as immediately as they should. That might result in long-term lasting effects. So many of my friends are still unaware, as he says here. They must seek medical help to make sure they end up with no damage as well. Please go get your eyes checked immediately. We have most likely been exposed to experience similar to Mount Everest climbers, snow blindness, basically a result of sunlight and that sunlight getting reflected and all these things. All medical costs rounded up to $380 for me. Some friends called in an ambulance for themselves. Still, altogether, it's not expensive. Please go get your eyes checked. Oh, HKD stands for Hong Kong dollars, Hong Kong being where this Bored Ape Yacht Club event took place. Thankfully, this all occurred somewhere where medical bills aren't through the roof, like here in America. I should be fine since my family are doctors and they knew what to do, though many are ignoring the seriousness of the issue still and don't have the benefit of having doctors in their family. Please don't wait until it's too late. I don't know how many people this is honestly going to reach. No hate towards the organizers. How? I mean, you should be absolutely outraged at this, in my opinion. Like, if I were exposed to the possibility of losing my vision, I'd be freaking livid. I doubt it was on purpose, and shit like that at times happens almost randomly. That doesn't matter if it wasn't on purpose. Like, they should have made sure that public safety was one of the number one things at any event like this. This isn't just something that happens randomly. This is what happens when you're careless, and it's carelessness that can do potentially permanent damage to thousands of attendees. So far, it looks like it was potentially a dozen or two people, but who knows what the true damage is. I mean, talk about the patience of the gods to not castigate an organization for not doing their due diligence to ensure that UV lights don't burn people's skins and eyes. He continues, however, I'm planning to push until official statements by Bored Ape Yacht Club Yuga Labs are released. For awareness purposes, literally my friends need medical help without realizing they do. Yeah, it's a pretty dire situation. It's not for me, it's for them. So, at least he's trying to put the message out there, but you can see that, it got a decent amount of views. So hopefully, with reports like The Verge is out there that this might be a situation, hopefully it's a headline that will reach people who are wondering, why is my vision failing me? What's wrong with my eyes? Or why is my skin feeling like it's burned off? And they can seek medical help ASAP. Now, while some somehow have the patience of the gods to be gracious about all of this, there are others who are already thinking about taking legal action, as this headline here from decrypt.co states, Bored Ape NFT holder threatens legal action over Ape Fest eye injuries. The CEO of ArtFi, Asif Kamal, is one of the several Ape Fest attendees who experienced eye pain after the festival. So there are further details down here. This individual, founder and CEO of art technology company ArtFi, told Decrypt that his company has put Bored Ape Yacht Club maker Yuga Labs on legal notice after sustaining an eye infection and facial burns last week in Hong Kong at Ape Fest. And Kamal straight up says right here that this is the first step toward suing them. I felt helpless, he said. I felt blind for hours and I felt vulnerable. Kamal also publicly blasted Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club on Twitter, stating that let's create change together. I'm petitioning for enhanced safety measures at public events. The incident in Hong Kong at Yuga Labs Bored Ape Yacht Club Fest was a harsh reminder of how precious our safety is. I nearly lost my eyesight, enduring immense pain and anxiety. And as of the publishing of this article and the last statement that Kamal gave to Decrypt.co, Kamal's vision hasn't fully recovered. He states right here that while it is better than the first day, the vision is still not back 100%, adding that his vision is still hazy and it feels like he has small darts in the corner of one eye. Kamal also apparently knows two other attendees who are experiencing similar symptoms, and he concluded by saying that you cannot neglect human safety when the people in your community have supported you to make billions of dollars, adding that it's called Ape Fest, but humans are there. I mean, I think it's ironic that he says that because the whole NFT landscape neglects safety. It's such an unregulated landscape. It's such a wild west that scams are rampant, thefts are rampant, crimes are rampant, and it's an environment that people should not participate in unless they really know what they're doing and really know what they're getting into and are ready to lose a lot of money. But in general, this is just a fad. This is just a hype train that encourages a pyramid scheme from which few will benefit from. But in the case of this whole Ape Fest situation, it is very much in the physical realm where physical harm was done, potentially permanent damage to some very important organs. Crypto and NFTs have been embarrassing themselves as it is, with more people realizing their true nature, their predatory nature. And now to see a situation like this where they can't even do basic considerations and basic due diligence for physical human safety, I mean, this is just not a good look. This is all on top of the fact that crypto and NFTs have yet to genuinely contribute something useful to society. You know, it is just a place for you to gamble your money away and most likely lose it from opportunists. That's kind of all its purpose is currently. The technology is potentially interesting if applied correctly, but so far it hasn't been applied in a way where this technology feels like it's being put to good use. But maybe times will change later on. For now, though, as far as Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs are concerned, the negative PR keeps rolling in. This latest situation is embarrassing. And frankly, this company and the way they organize this event absolutely deserves to be investigated. And this company absolutely deserves legal ramifications and lawsuits from folks who were either close to having permanent damage done to their vision or who might be suffering from permanent damage. I guess only time will tell how all of this will play out, but in the meantime, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on AFest 2023 and this whole situation surrounding just a neglect that has led to UV lights doing quite a good amount of severe damage to people's skins and eyeballs. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.